Round them up. Next video, kurzgesagt in a nutshell. Almost like the Nutcracker. December is coming. Christmas time, baby. Vaping is too good to be true.
Vaping is kind of amazing. Finally, a less bad alternative to smoking. It delivers one of the most popular drugs in the world, nicotine. It may improve your attention, concentration, memory, reaction time, and endurance.
I know some of you out there are addicted to vaping. You vape heads.
It can reduce anxiety and stress and help you relax and enhance your mood. Nicotine also suppresses hunger, making it easier to maintain or lose weight. And it's simply fun to put a thing in your mouth and get a little kick.
Put a thing in your mouth and get a little kick? Sus.
Compared to other stimulants, nicotine's effect doesn't come at the same high price for our bodies. It's also crystal clear that vaping is way less harmful than smoking. Smoking delivers, well, hot smoke and extremely toxic particles directly into your lungs, causing...
Do you think like all this stuff, like the creation like tobacco and nicotine, it's not helping you? It might calm your nerves and stuff like that, but you're just feeding into the system to pay someone else to destroy your health over time. But they're getting paid. They're buying Lamborghinis and you're buying breathing aspirators.
Serious damage all over your body right away. But we'll purely focus on nicotine vapes in this video. Okay, sure, nicotine is one of the most addictive substances we know, but vaping on its own seems kind of okay. So, is it really that bad if you...
Okay, so at least it doesn't smell as bad as like cigarettes. I've seen some people, they smoke so much their fingernails start turning yellow, like the tips of their fingernails, and then their teeth start turning like super yellow too. Be like a Colgate commercial.
You do it? Well, we should find out quickly. While in the West, smoking is slowly falling out of fashion, especially among teens, vaping has become a growing epidemic. In 2023 in the UK, 20% of children had tried vaping at least once. In the
Vape maxing.
the US, 8% of all students are currently vaping regularly. 1 in 4 of them do it daily, and almost all of them use vapes with flavors. So how does vaping work, and
do you think vaping with flavors makes it more addicting? Smoky chicken? Okay, if you're smoking that, you got some bigger problems.
what does it do to your body? How does vaping work? A vape is basically a small tank of liquid heated up by a metallic coil that vaporizes it. The major ingredient in most vape juice is propylene glycol and glycerol, the main chemicals in smoke machines, which are also used in countless chemical products.
See, there? You don't have to ask your parents or turn 18 to go get a vape. Just go to a concert and suck on one of those. No homo.
Processes. From food like candy and baking mixes to cosmetics, paints or plastics. Then there are the nicotine salts containing the magic and dozens of different flavor molecules. When you pull on a vape, the metal coil heats up and turns the liquid into the vapor you inhale. Vapor sounds kind of nice, harmless and pleasant, but vapes don't produce actual vapor, but a heated mist of aerosol, a warm, sticky substance.
Said aerosol, you might as well just be going do some galaxy gas, right? You chumps, you don't want to do any freaking vaping. That's so, I don't know, 2015. Why don't you know, level up your game and go do some galaxy, some whippets.
Made out of large molecules and microscopic particles mixed with air. The best thing to compare it to is inhaling warm body spray.
You see, you're in the gym and then you go to the locker room with your gym bros and you're just sucking on the Axe body sprays just to get the hit. You don't need a chicken flavored or smoky mountain or, I don't know, sock flavor. Go get yourself a Axe body spray flavor. Oh my gosh, armpit flavor vape.
When you take a hit, billions of aerosol particles cover your mouth and tongue, making you taste pleasant stuff and enter into your lungs. They reach your alveoli, little air sacs where the breathing happens. Here, the nicotine passes into your bloodstream and is transported into your brain to cause all the pleasant effects. And here, the complications begin. What's actually in your vape? The scary answer is that we don't really know.
Oh my gosh, if you don't really know what's going on in your body, then that sucks even more because you don't care. You go to like a gas station or a shop of some kind and then you just buy it, but they don't care what they put in it and you're just smoking it. You made them money and you're just dying slowly, but hey, it's all fun and games.
Studies found that vape liquids can be thousands of very different mixes of many dozens of substances. The majority were not even mentioned on the label. This seems almost unbelievable, but the vaping industry is much less regulated than you'd think. We know that many official substances in vapes are technically safe. Kinda. They're used in cosmetics, medicine, or food and have been extensively tested. Most are safe to eat or put on your skin. But that's not the same as breathing them in. Cinnamaldehyde found in cinnamon oil kills cells and causes genetic damage when inhaled.
That's why you got all this brain rot. Go get yourself a vape to destroy all your brain cells and your DNA so you can turn it to a lizard person or something.
Benzaldehyde, found in almonds or apples, has a fruity taste and is common in cherry, berry, chocolate or mint-flavored vapes. As a gas, it irritates the respiratory tract. What's worse is that we don't know what many substances in vape juice do if heated up. The longer you inhale and the hotter the core gets, the more chemicals in the juice change. Molecules merge or break down, creating new compounds with unknown consequences.
Man, it's wild to think that I've seen some people smoke more vape than they do oxygen. Isn't that crazy? Why would they just make like a flavored oxygen or something? Maybe they already have that. I don't know. That sounds like you would get a better high on life than vaping and putting random chemicals in your bloodstream and then you start peeing green and you're just like, well, I guess I'm cooked.
When propylene glycol and glycerol are heated too much, they decompose and turn into harmful molecules. This can happen when the liquid runs out or the core gets too hot. You'll probably notice this because your vape will taste weird or burnt. If this happens, you should stop right away. And it gets worse. When the metal core is heated up, it releases metal particles. Studies found aluminium, boron, calcium, iron, copper, magnesium, zinc, lead, chromium, nickel, and manganese in the vapor, all of which...
And with all those ingredients combined, you have the Powerpuff Human. Yeah, dun dun dun. The Powerpuff Human, puffing that vape through the lungs.
Vary from really bad news to straight up toxic and can cause lung irritation, chronic bronchitis, and shortness of breath in the short term. Nickel can also cause cancer when breathed in. All of these mystery substances...
Damn, nickel too? You're going to become a human mind. So if we run out of all these natural resources, we're coming for you. And we're going to be little tiny people crawling inside your body, just mining away the nickel and ore, like Minecraft.
Substances also interact with each other in new and exciting ways. In bad ways, we don't know yet. What do we know about the health effects of vaping? What does vaping do in your body? The elephant in the room is that we don't know exactly how bad vaping is, since it's only been around for about 10 years. Also, most studies on health effects in humans focused on smokers who switched to vapes. We do know for sure that smoking is orders of magnitude more harmful. If you smoke, switching to vaping will reduce your risk of disease massively. If you smoke, please switch to vaping. But these studies also...
You hear that? If you're smoking ciggies right now, throw those things out. Get yourself a VP. Because you don't want yellow fingernails and yellow teeth. That's just not right. Or you're just going to have to get clear color coating nails. I don't know. And then maybe some veneers because then your teeth are just cooked.
Muddy the water a bit. What if you never smoked and started to vape? In the short term, a significant portion of vapers develop poor breathing symptoms, coughing, extra mucus production, shortness of breath, wheezing, throat and chest pain. But the truth is, we simply don't know what will happen in the long term. The first larger-scale study on vaping with non-smokers only started in 2024. It'll take years before we can say anything with confidence. We can make careful assumptions, but take them with a grain of salt. Your lungs are made from very sensitive tissue and were never meant to deal with trillions of aerosols, chemicals, and metals. What goes into your lungs generally
Yeah, take that, lungs. I hate you. Stupid lung.
stays in them forever, which is why smokers' lungs are dark and dirty.
Ugh.
It seems that vaping activates the immune system, which tries to clean up the aerosol.
You be that 50, 60-year-old dude who hangs out at the bar and, you know, you get that skeleton smoker face look. You know what I'm talking about. They kind of look like meth heads or something like that.
This causes inflammation and fluid seeps into the lungs, while the cells guarding their entry produce extra mucus you have to cough out. Some of them may even die. Vaping also may cause stress all over your body. It may increase your heart rate and blood pressure, lower blood oxygen, or stiffen and clog up your blood vessels. It may create oxidative stress, which has all sorts of bad effects on your organs and may potentially cause many different diseases over time. Does this increase your risk of strokes, heart diseases, lung diseases, or cause cancer? Again, we don't know. Maybe it causes
Here's the thing. I saw somebody working out and it was like it almost seemed like it. Maybe my mind was somewhere else trying to go to paradise or something. But it seemed like every 10 minutes they were hitting a vape inside the gym while they were working out. I don't know what that was about, but hey.
damage, but something else will kill you before vaping does. Maybe it will make you sick. But all we have right now is maybe. We're conducting one of the largest medical experiments in history. If you are vaping, you're a test subject. Too much of the wonder drug. What's new about vaping is the sheer amount of nicotine it delivers into your system. For most people, it's kind of hard to smoke 20 plus cigarettes a day because smoking is pretty harsh.
No, that's a lie. I've seen some people smoke like 2, 3, 4, 5 packs in a single day. Disgusting, gross, insane.
As vaping is less aggressive and doesn't smell bad, you can do it inside and constantly for hours. It's easy to go through an entire vape a day. They shower your brain in extremely high nicotine doses, which makes them extremely addictive.
Yeah.
For teens, this may be very bad. During your teenage years, your brain is developing and your nicotine receptors are especially active.
Yeah, you're just cooked. You're cooked from birth. You're done. You think you're like, oh man, nicotine's so great. But guess who invented it? Old people. Old people invented it to cook your young brain, right? You're done. You thought you had a move in life, but you're finished as soon as you crawled out the womb.
They're directly linked with your reward system and thus how you feel about yourself and your life. Nicotine may change brain development by overstimulating the nicotine receptors. Again, the science is pretty annoying here with loads of caveats. Nicotine in teens has been linked to cognitive deficits, hyperactivity, reduced impulse control, deficits in attention and cognition, and mood disorders. But there's a chicken and egg problem. Did nicotine cause this, or are people with a tendency for emotional dysregulation just more likely to use it? There have been studies.
Not my fault, bro. But hey, guess who's making all the money? I bet you the people, or most of them, maybe even like 90% of the people who are just the investors, do not even touch this stuff. They just collect the bands while you struggle in depression.
That suggest nicotine is a gateway drug, making it more likely to develop other addictions. But this has been largely rejected. Instead, it seems people who are generally more likely to take risks tend to do more risky things. They're more likely to get addicted to smoking, alcohol or cannabis, hard drugs or gambling. This doesn't make vaping any less addictive, it just means that it's probably not the cause of other addictions. Where the science is pretty solid is that most people have a bad time when quitting nicotine. Nicotine is one of the most addictive substances we know and comes with a wide range of really unpleasant physical withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah, and it does. I know there's like hardcore substance like drugs and stuff like that, but nicotine is pretty much up there too, at least what I think so, because I've seen some people try to quit cold turkey and they struggle, and it shouldn't be that hard if it wasn't an addictive drug. So should the category of it go up? Or should you put more money in the corporation's pockets while you kill yourself because you're smoke maxing over there.
You can be on edge and experience intense craving for nicotine, unpleasant mood swings and anxiety. You can have difficulty sleeping, fatigue and headaches, and trouble concentrating. It can be harder to experience joy and to deal with stress, and it can make depression worse. Without nicotine, your suppressed appetite comes back, and since some people compensate by eating more, they put on weight.
You turn into a 600-pound life. Game over from there. Might as well go eat some Twinkies and they never expire inside your body.
All of this makes quitting nicotine extremely hard. On top comes psychological addiction that can be intense since vaping is extremely habit-forming. The good news is that these symptoms are entirely reversible. It takes about 72 hours for the nicotine to leave your body, and the worst withdrawal symptoms fade out or stop entirely in a few weeks. Conclusion. The problem with vaping is that it's too good. It tastes great, it's pleasant and stimulating, but it also supercharges nicotine and makes it even more addictive. Every smoker who switches from cigarettes to vapes is a win for global health. But this is where the benefits end. Vaping has already hooked a significant portion of the younger generations to nicotine, and that's really bad news. It's kind of unfair to expect young people to resist vaping by providing information about how bad it is or might be. Scaring people straight is a bad strategy. If you're addicted to nicotine, you use it to fight stress. And if you stress someone out by telling them that the thing they use to fight stress is bad, they do the thing to fight the stress you're causing them. Basically, humans developed a new way to make one of the most addictive substances that was on the decline attractive to millions of teens.
On the decline? Am I missing something? I've seen cigarettes in vending machines.
By making it taste like bubblegum. Vaping is still very new, and we still have a chance to curb this new global addiction before it gets out of control.
All right, that was a good video. I learned a lot about vaping, you know, and some ciggies, but it is a problem, don't you think? I don't know how people would compare it to like weed. Is it as addicting? I don't smoke myself, so yeah, I know. I'm black. I know, you know, stereotype. Never been my thing, you know. My thing is more like energy drinks and stuff. Just getting jumped up on energy drinks. Now we got to do a video about that so I can see how I'm killing myself slowly. But hey, do you smoky on the ciggy or the vapey? Is it a problem for you? Does it make you depressed, stressed, all those things above? But hey, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions of what you want me to react to next, let me know. Any comedy skit ideas, let me know also. But until next time.